Ganpati, with the head of an elephant, is one of the most recognizable deities in Hinduism. According to Sri Ganesh Puran, this is the story of his birth and how he got the head of an elephant. Devi Parvati had two companions, Jaya and Vijaya. Both were very knowledgeable and wise, and Devi Parvati respected their opinions. One day they told Parvati ji, "My dear, Mahadev has so many followers who are ready to do anything for him. However, you do not have anyone you can call your Gan." This remark from her friends surprised Devi Parvati, and she said, "What are you saying? We have so many Gan who are always ready to follow our command. Why do I need another Gan?" Her friends replied, "All these Gans follow Mahadev. Shivji's command is supreme for them. Nandi, Bringi, etc. follow you because you are Mahadev's companion. If you ask them to do something that is against the wishes of Mahadev, none of them will do it." Devi Parvati did not give much thought to this conversation and forgot about it in due course. One day, Devi Parvati was preparing to take a bath and she ordered Nandi to make sure nobody was allowed to enter her private chamber. Nandi stood at the gate following the command of Mata Parvati. At that point, Bhagwan Shankar arrived there and wanted to go inside. Nandishwar tried to stop him and said, "Bhagwan, Mata is taking a bath right now. I request you to wait here till she is done." Mahadev ignored Nandi and went inside. Seeing that Nandi allowed Mahadev to enter her private chamber defying the order she gave him, Mata Parvati remembered the conversation with her friends. She understood that all these Gan were loyal to Shivji and his command was supreme to them. She thought, if I had my own Gan, he would have considered my wishes foremost. After Mahadev left, Mata Parvati scrubbed the uptan off her body and created a baby boy out of it. The child thus created by Devi Parvati was beautiful, strong, and flawless. Parvati ji adorned the child with beautiful clothes and jewels and said, "My child, you are my son. You are born out of my body and I love you the most." The child bowed in front of Mata Parvati and said, "Mother, you are the only one I know. I will always remain yours and will follow your instructions only." Parvati ji said, "Son, you should never defy my instructions for anyone. Now please stand guard at the door and do not allow anyone to enter without my permission," and gave the child a divine stick. The boy stood at the door holding the stick given to him by his mother. Mata Parvati was also carefree because today it was her Gan guarding the door. Sometime later, Bhagwan Shankar arrived and tried to enter the quarter without paying any attention to who was at the gate. The boy stopped Mahadev and said, "Stop! This is Mata Parvati's private chamber. Nobody is allowed to enter it without her permission. Why are you forcing your way in?" Bhagwan Chandrasekhar noticed the boy and said, "Idiot! Who are you? Do you even know who you are trying to stop? Get out of my way and let me in." The boy replied, "Mother is taking a bath right now. Once she is done and ready to see anyone, then only I can take her permission to allow you inside. Till then you can either wait here or come back later." Trilochan Bhagwan did not like this and said, "Don't you know I am Parvati's husband? I am Shiv. You get out of my way and let me go." Ganpati stood in front of him and said, "I do not care who you are. Until I get permission from Mother, you cannot be allowed to go inside." Mahadev suppressed his anger and thought, "I wonder who this boy is. Who has dared to stop my way?" Shivji went away from there and asked his guns to inquire about the boy at Mata Parvati's quarter. The Shivgan came near the son of Parvati and said, "You look very soft and delicate. Listen to the elders and go away from here." Mata Parvati's son replied, "Who are you? Why are you bothering me for no reason? You look old enough to understand who is the authority figure here. So it is only wise that you stop bothering me and go away from here." Hearing Ganpati's words made the Shivgan laugh. They spoke in a stern voice. "If you do not want to get hurt, step aside and go away from here. This is as per the order of Bhagwan Mahadev." The boy answered, "I am the son of Mata Parvati. She has appointed me to guard duty and I am following her instructions. You want to follow the instructions of your lord and want me to step aside. But I cannot defy my mother's orders. So if your lord wishes, he can stand here and wait, but he cannot go inside." The Shivgan understood that it was impossible to move this boy, who claims to be the son of Mata Parvati. They went to Mahadev and informed him about the entire situation. Shivji became angry and said, "All you powerful Shivgan could not move one stubborn boy from his place. Go back and remove him from here. Use force if necessary, but I want him gone." The Shivgan went back and threatened the boy, but he did not move. In the end, they were left with no choice and they attacked the boy. However, the boy was extremely powerful. He started countering their attack with his stick. Parvati's son was facing all the Shivgan alone. He confounded them with his strength and made them run around in confusion. Devarshi Narad and all the gods arrived at Kailash to inquire about this massive battle. Mahadev informed them how one small boy standing at the gate of Parvati's private chamber is causing havoc among the Shivgan. Shivji ordered all the gods to move the boy. However, all their divine weapons proved to be useless in front of Ganpati's stick. They all came back to Mahadev. Looking at their miserable condition, Mahadev got extremely angry and decided to fight the boy himself. A massive duel started between the boy and Mahadev. All the gods were surprised at the valor displayed by that young boy. In the end, the boy got distracted fighting multiple gods when Shivji attacked him with his Trishul and managed to cut off his head. When Devi Parvati found out about the death of her son at the hands of her husband, she became enraged. She took a fierce form, causing thousands of fierce goddesses to appear from her. Devi Parvati ordered these goddesses to punish all the gods and Gans present there. All these goddesses started devouring the Gans and gods present there, causing havoc among them. They all started praying to Mata Parvati to stop this carnage. They sent Devarshi Narad to talk to Devi Adishakti and pacify her. Maheshwari told Devarshi Narad, "You all have attacked my son and killed him. Now the only way to stop this destruction is to bring my son back to life." Everyone went to Mahadev and informed him about Devi Parvati's wish. Mahadev ordered all the gods, "All of you, go towards the north and get me the head of the first living creature you see." They all encountered an elephant and brought his head to Kailash. Mahadev commanded them to keep that head on Ganpati's body. Then they all started chanting powerful mantras. Shivji infused his powers in the water and sprinkled it on. He had just woken up from his sleep. Devi Parvati got pacified as soon as she heard the news about Ganpati's revival. She came running and hugged the boy.